Hey, what up, what up, what up? We got the lovely Tell 'em Thursdays with Miss Rere, Church Boy Absent, Miss Remixx. We bringing you another full-fledged hour of the best talk, gossip, news, laughs, music, and more. Miss Rere said, "What's up?"
What's going on, y'all?
Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna have a good night tonight. Of course, Church Boy is absent, but we're gonna still bring you everything that you need to hear tonight. Basically, we're gonna have talk about, of course, the good old Kevin Hart. We're gonna talk about the incident out there in Mexico. We're gonna talk about Puerto Rico, as well as does women have a whole phase, and it's okay to have a whole phase. So, of course, you're more than welcome to always chime in. Also, tonight we're gonna be giving away some keychains, so stay tuned to see if you could get some of the stuff right, or you could get a chance to win a nice 3D chain. Did you see that? Did I tag you on it, Miss Riri? I know I did.
You most likely did. No, I've been to work all day, so I ain't had time to do nothing. I just got in the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I tagged y'all in the beginning of the week, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I don't keep up with social media. I have to keep it moving. Social media has depressing to me, especially after the story with the girl in Chicago. Like, I'm just trying to see where did the story even come from, where the first paid $200 to take her in there to get ready. They said not what happened. Down here, the hotel said body parts. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I'm sick of social media. I'm sick of it.
You know, it's funny you said it because I've been getting tired of it as well. But you know, doing our job and stuff, we kind of have to, for the news portion of it anyway, we kind of have to stay glued. It's funny you say that because, you know, the social media breaks out the news before the regular news will.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like if you want to know something, all you gotta do is just tune in to your local Facebook or your Instagram or your Twitter, even Snapchat if you got that, and the next thing you know what's going on in the world. And then you go to Channel 4, Fox, or CNN, whatever your preference is, and then you figure out what's really going on. But yeah, like local news, Kevin Hart, of course. I don't know if you kept up with Kevin Hart. Well, if you know you did, you know, I have to say you was right about having money and cheating and stuff. You was absolutely right a few episodes ago. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, he straight did that nice little Instagram post talking about he apologized for doing what he was doing.
He's getting so much backlash. Me personally, just my personal opinion, I don't feel like it causes all of the everybody, once a cheater, always a cheater. That's y'all opinion. Like, if people like forgive him and move on, let them do their thing. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has flaws. So my thing is, like, let it go. Like, if you forgive him and move on, let it go. Like, nobody should be telling her, you need to leave him and all this extra shit. Like, whatever. Like, let's let you live life and do what they want to do. If you want to stay with that man for 6 months, that's the thing. You do with you and your income.
Well, you know what? I think she's going to stay with him at least for another 5 years. I think she got a 5-year plan. And the reason why, for the simple fact, if she divorced him now, that's too easy. I think, you know, she going to wait 5 years acting like everything is all hunky-dory, and then she can go ahead and check out. She going to be like, you know what? Forget you, your short little tail.
Females do that money for you anyway to see and come up somebody else's income. That's what people do. Not just celebrities, but general people do it.
Well, you know, if it's true what they say, you know, the way that you get them is the way you lose them. You know, if she was the mistress of his first wife, you know, and then you sitting up here getting on the internet talking about the girl, talking about, you know, I was never no secret, blase, blase. Well, you know, and
it's true. The way you get them is be the way you lose them. If you don't get them in the right way, then that will be the way you lose them. I definitely am a firm believer over that. The bottom is the way that you will. So if she was thinking okay with being the mistress, well, be okay with the next thing that he
Be okay with it, huh?
Okay with it. You really ain't got no choice. Either be okay with it or leave him alone. Like, don't be putting him from that process of forgetting either.
Well, you know what? How can someone be okay or comfortable knowing that their man or woman is slanging their penis and vagina to other people without them knowing? Of course, I don't think no one should be comfortable with it. But you know, they is swingers. But how can you feel comfortable about that?
I would be comfortable with it. It's part of the forgiving process. Because if you forgive, move on, then that's not going to be an issue. Now, I'm not saying you don't address it, but definitely address it. Most times, if you ask a guy why you cheat, they're not going to say shit. They're going to be quiet. And they don't give you no answer. They don't give you no reason. I did it just because. They don't get a legitimate answer. But sometimes, look at self. What can you do to improve self to keep them from wanting to cheat?
Well, let's say you do everything. Let's say you cook, you clean, you sex them down real good, you give them some head when they need it. You
I ain't
know.
doing all that. What she look like, that bitch ain't doing all that. Trust me, she ain't doing all of that.
You don't think she's sucking them down?
So, maybe a little bit. I wouldn't say that's something that she doing a regular because I'm looking at her lips and it don't look like too much dick going in it.
I think when she first got him, she was sucking them down, Rere. I think when she first got him, she was sucking them down. She was bouncing on it. She was doing flips and stuff. And then, of course, when she got married,
Got
lazy. See, think about it too. It took him a long time to marry her too. It wasn't like he just went ahead and married her a few years after the fact. He married her some few years after the fact. So I really do think that I don't think he was ready for marriage. I think he was still trying to sell his roll out.
It was the highlight of his career. I think he should have waited because it was some more hoes he wanted to fuck. He should have fucked them hoes and then settled down.
Yeah, that's true. I think so. But
like, my thing is everybody, Kevin Hart. Like, he ain't the first comedian, you know what I'm saying, in America. However, he was the hottest comedian at that point in his career.
Yeah, he is. You know, you gotta think, that's temptation. You go out on the road, you ain't probably had none for about a month or two. You know what I'm saying? The average person has a hard time waiting, and then you getting it thrown to you all the time too. If you ain't looking, you gonna fuck.
Yeah, and then she's pregnant, so I'm pretty sure they ain't having wild doggy sex like they were before she got pregnant.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. You know, when you're pregnant, you can't do all that freaky dicky stuff. You know.
Yeah, do all that. You like, get off of me, don't touch me. I know, I was just there.
Well, I was trying to get my rocks off when I was pregnant. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I knew that my club was already shot up. So I was trying to get as much as I could when I was pregnant. But that was just me, though.
I like after about 7-8 months, I'm like, look, let's just do something and get it over with, because I'm tired. This baby got me tired. I'm tired.
No, I was trying to get it as much as I could. I think I was screwing all the way up to the birth. Yeah, but you know, I was young then.
Last time I got some was after my baby shower. I had 4 baby showers. So like after my 3rd baby shower, I had sex that night. The next morning, boom, she was coming. She watered them through. Time to go.
But you know, sometimes that brings the baby down too. You know,
well, that's what happened. Brought her ass right on down.
Yeah, bring that baby down. Bring that baby down.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta bring that baby down. Go ahead, get this baby up out of me. Go ahead and do what you was doing 9 or 10 months ago, but you know, to get me like this. You know, but for some strange reason, it's funny that you mentioned that. A lot of times men don't like to have sex with pregnant women, even though they say pregnant women got the best sex. You know, they say it's wet and all of that stuff. A lot of men feel uncomfortable sleeping with a pregnant woman, and that leads them astray. At least from what I heard from other men, you know, they feel like, you know, when a woman is pregnant, her body is sacred. So touching her in that aspect, they don't want to do that.
Mine is different, because baby, my husband wanted it all the time because he ain't got to strap up for none of that. You already pregnant, so let me go ahead and get it in
Go ahead and knock it
enjoy,
off.
yes, enjoy every bit of it.
No, yeah, like I said, that is the logical way of thinking. Is that you already shot up my club. You got me pregnant. That's the worst that can happen. Go ahead
Yeah.
and finish what you was doing. But yeah, I noticed a lot. From what I was told in the past, a lot of men do not want to touch a pregnant woman. They just really feel like she's sacred. But it's funny though, those same men don't mind knocking you off when you're on your period. Though they want to knock you off when you period, and then they tell you,
Oh,
if you could walk through mud, you could fuck through blood. And
yes, I've heard that. Yes, I've heard that before.
and to me, that is not putting my business out there. I tried it. I don't like it. Don't touch me when I'm on my cycle. Don't touch me when I'm on my cycle. Don't do
Your
that.
body is going through a cleaning process at that time. So you're giving them nasty, dirty coochie when you're doing that. But hey, whatever floats your boat, let it float.
Yeah, they was like, this one dude gonna tell me a long time ago. He was like, well, that's extra lubrication. That's nasty.
It's
It's nasty. It stank. I'm bleeding. It's like you mess. It's like you. I don't know. It's like you cutting up some meat and it's all bloody and stuff, and you just want to stick your fingers in it and you keep playing with it. I don't see the concept of that. But again, I don't like it. If you like it, I love it. That may turn you on. And then the man that eats down when you're on your cycle. That's a whole nother conversation right there. Have you ever got that done before?
my phone was breaking up. I'm going through construction. What you say?
I said, have you ever let a man go down on you when you was on your cycle?
Hell no, he did not.
Never in your whole entire life.
Never.
Okay, well, well
And if a nigga ever do it, don't think you kissing my damn mouth. You kiss my towel when you get through and go on about your business because I don't want to see your face no more.
I had that done to me in high school. The guy begged. He begged. He really did. He begged. And I ain't gonna say no names, but he begged and he did that. And then he complained that it was blood on his sheets. Like, well, you knew that was gonna happen when you did that.
Did he go to Dunbar?
No, he didn't go to Dunbar, girl. He didn't go to Dunbar. He was not a Dunbar alumni.
Yeah, just making sure that our men ain't doing that.
No. Well, you got to keep in mind, back when we went to school back in the 90s, if you gave head, that was nasty. That was a nasty thing. And then for a short period of time, they had that team called Lick 'em Low. Then they, it's like, okay, I'm on a Lick 'em Low, team. I do that. But at one period of time, a guy could not go around saying that he did that. Even if he did eat the poo nanny, he told everybody he didn't eat the poo nanny because he didn't get no props for that.
Yeah. I remember that was mainly at Eastern Hills, them boys, with a flow team.
Yeah, that Lick 'em Low team, boy, and after they even had a sign about that. Yeah, after they even had like a gang sign, a hand sign, like, I'm a part of that Lick 'em Low team and stuff, and it's like, so you proud that you go around eating random females, so you got a yak mouth, okay. And every girl ain't clean. And you may catch that Isimiyaki, something that you can't shake off, and it's walking around here on your face. But again, a lot of guys, it was taboo. But then I remember that wave, and it's like, okay. That's funny that you mentioned that. Leading to our next topic, is it okay for a woman to have a whole face? Do you think all women have a whole face?
I would say women do have a whole face. I have had my whole face. But my thing is, I'm not sloppy like some people, so my hoes never do about each other. You don't know, I'm a hit you later. Yeah, You don't know that as soon as you leave, somebody else is coming. Funny story. When I was dating Morgan's dad, and I actually got caught cheating. Like, Morgan's dad was in Houston. He was been going to school in Houston. He was down there in Houston. And I was dating a dude up here for work. So I had me a Houston dude, and I had me a Fort Worth
Well, you know, it's funny you said that because I think every female go through a whole phase. At least they would like to. I ain't gonna lie. I had my whole phase, and the funny thing is, I never got caught. I only
I
got
just,
caught when I wasn't doing anything. Like when the situation looked like I was doing something, but I didn't do anything. That's when I got caught up. But other than that, I never got caught. Never did. You know, because I guess because I'm so quiet, you know, and you know, I was keeping my business to myself. You know, I didn't never date publicly or nothing like that. You never knew what I was doing and stuff. I actually had times where 4 or 5 dudes would be in the same room, didn't even know nothing about each other.
okay, I got older, I got smarter, and I was like, let me not date two dudes from Eastwood. Let me have one from over here, one from over there, one over here. Let me get one in Irving. Let me get one in Fort Worth, one in Arlington, one over here in Carlton. Let me just spread this out. So I got smarter and decided to venture out outside of Fort Worth. So therefore, there would never be an opportunity for two dudes to know each other and be in the same room. And how the hell my name came up, I still don't know to this day. But I did tweet the fifth and I hung up the phone.
That's what you do. That's what you do. But you know, I'm going by that Ludacris song, you know, different area codes. So if they in a different area code, then it doesn't consider it cheating. You know, back in the day.
So, ladies, make sure you got more than one. They're all in different area codes, okay? Because both of mine was in 76119, and they sure found out about each other, and they was not the same age.
Yeah, and also to make sure you have your own protection. You got to make sure you spread that. Make sure you have your own protection if you're going to do the whole phase, because you don't want to rely on the man to have the condom and stuff. You don't know what he do. A lot of men don't like the feelings of condoms because, you know, they just don't like the feelings of it. And they will poke holes. They will do things. They will pretend that they open the wrapper and all of that. So you make sure you educate yourself on putting the condom on properly and slide it on properly. So, you know, if you do go through your whole phase, you don't get caught up. And also do the condom check. And the condom check is you take the condom off the guy's penis. You go into the bathroom and you pour water in the condom. If no water comes through, you are good, ladies. Very good. Yeah. And if you got, and that's a pee after having sex. If you over the age of 30 and you don't know these tricks, then something is wrong with you. You should not be hoeing. But if you're under the age of 30, you need to know these things. You know, very, very, very important.
If you're gonna be hoeing and you doing the driving to their house, make sure you have a hoe bag, okay? All right.
Yeah, make sure you have a hoe bag. Make sure. And when you do go to their house, make sure you don't park directly across from their house or anything like that. You park down the street or something like that, because you don't never know who's watching you. You want to make sure you do everything. Pretend that somebody's always watching you. Be paranoid. Not paranoid doing the sex act, but be paranoid to the point, you know.
Yes.
And I'm glad that back when I was doing things before I decided to settle down, that it wasn't no cell phones. And it was cell phones, but it wasn't no social media and nothing like that. Because I'm pretty sure I would have got caught up in a whole... I would have been like a Kevin Hart. So, yeah, you know, we had pagers back then. You know, you can't get caught with no pager. You know, the only thing they could text you is 911. You know, you don't have to call back. You know, say it was no pay phone. But that's people... These kids these days, they won't know. They won't have that. They have no excuse these days. But yeah, but I think a woman does go through experience in life. You gotta know your body. You know, how do you know what you like and what you don't like if you never explore your body? I'm not saying explore it, but explore it. You know, you want to know. It's just kind of like when they say to a man, you know, how, you know, sow your raw oats, how you know the woman that you're going to be with, the woman you want to be with, unless you tap the waters. I think that really does apply to women as well, because every man can't hit it the right way. Every man's size ain't the right size, you know. And then you sitting up here with this one guy, and next thing you know, you thinking he's the best thing since sliced cornbread, and then when you do get a taste of another guy, your nose is wide open. You up here tricking and stuff. You forgot that you the female, because you didn't explore your body enough. You just had this one experience, and you don't know. So I'm not saying explore it, but explore it. You have to know again your body, And of course, I know when a woman does it, she looks whole, she looks bad and stuff like that. You know, be discreet with it. I'm not saying go around and just doing any and everybody, and you talking your business and everybody know what you're doing and you going down sleep, putting your mouth on everybody because everybody, everybody's being, everybody ain't clean. But have a little fun, before you decide to settle on down and make it right. But at least that's my personal opinion of it.
I agree.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion on it. So yeah, so ladies, if you hear that, make sure you be safe with it when you're out there. I hate to say it like that, hoeing. And don't let nobody make you feel bad for exploring your body.
Go ahead and hoe. You want to be a hoe, be a hoe.
I mean, yeah, in those terms, yes. If you want to be, just say if you want to explore. Let's say explore. We don't want to use the word hoe no more. Let's say explore. You want to explore because you may have a guy messing with your chest and you may not want nobody touching your chest. You know what I'm saying? How would you know you want a guy touching your chest if you ain't never let that been done before? And and every guy hands ain't clean. You ain't gonna want every guy to put their fingers up in you. They may got fingernails or something. May worked on a car all day and they putting that dirty hand up in you.
I heard he never wash his hands when he went to the bathroom. I be like, you fucking nasty. I don't have to wipe like you. I don't give a damn. You still need to wash your damn hands.
Yeah. Then no, my dude, he's very thorough when it comes to cleaning. I get on him for taking too long of a shower. I say, God damn, fool, you making the water bill high.
Okay. Cleaning, he gets on my nerves with that shit. Baby, he gonna clean the shit out of something, okay? If it's the kids in the bathroom, he gonna clean the shit out of it. So I be like, what? He be like, kiss my ass. I ain't gonna wash my ass. He probably get some Germix if I take something, but my son, the same way, I be, get your ass back in there and wash your hands. He just get your ass in there and wash your hands. I'm sure the females in my job do it regularly. Go pee and walk the fuck out. I'm like, okay, well, why the fuck is it a sink in here if you ain't gonna use it?
You know what? It's funny you said that because I noticed that about a lot of women. They will go into the bathroom and then they don't wash their hands. It's like, man, don't you know you just took a piece of toilet tissue and wiped your twat. And then you gonna turn around and not wash your hands, and then you gonna touch the doorknob and stuff. And then you gonna want somebody to shake your hand, or you fixing a spread. And I see you messing with the food and stuff. I ain't gonna eat that mess because I know what you do. And then let's keep it real.
Shit to work, I do not eat it, bitch. No, you sit at your desk and dig in your nose and cough and sneeze. Your desk is dirty. Don't you bring a damn brownie in this motherfucker for me to eat. One time, this my coworker brought some cupcakes and some cookies. I'm talking about walking through the parking lot. They ain't covered up or nothing. They just on a plate from your house. No napkin, no saran wrap, no foil. No, nothing. You just, and our parking lot is big. It's big. And you just walking through the parking lot and you ain't got shit covered up. And then you want to come off me one? Oh, hell no. Keep that on over there at your desk. I'm good.
Yeah, because I done seen that before. I seen a lot of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just as nasty as they want to be. And then they think that's okay. It's like, man. And then sometimes, let's keep it real. If you don't use a lot of water, toilet tissue, you know what I'm saying? You may accidentally touch yourself down there by accident, and you gonna turn around and you want to fix food and stuff. I don't know. The women's bathroom is the most telltale story in a job or a club setting, because you really would know what they would do when they don't wash their hands. Like, you know how nasty it is. It's just, I don't know, it's just nasty.
But not to stay on restroom, but the restrooms at my job, the females are so disgusting that I hold my pee and drive to Fort Worth before I go to the bathroom. I'm talking about sanitary napkins on the floor. One day it was just one stop. It wasn't a car stop, just one stop on the floor. Like, bitch, why is one stop out and in the floor in the bathroom? And how you didn't know this one stop? I don't
funny you said it because I've been noticing that like any job that I've been at, and it doesn't matter where I've been at, jobs or malls, the women's bathroom is pretty kind of filthy. Like we would think that as ladies that we would do a certain, we have a certain procedure, we will try to keep that clean and stuff. But I notice a lot of females just don't care. Like they just, I don't know. It's like,
damn, you hear me?
You're like, how hard is that? How hard is it for you to wipe your tail, put it in the toilet? If you're on your period, take the sanitary napkin, wrap it up, and put it in the trash disposal that's right next to it. How hard is that? It's not that hard. And if you sprinkle on it, just wipe it. They even got a saying: if you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the city. Like,
I mean, they have six covers. Like, use a six cover.
Yeah, I don't get it. But have you ever walked into a man's bathroom by accident? They keep it pretty clean.
They do.
They keep it pretty clean. I think what it is.
Story. This guy, I was complaining at work one day, and like it was like some guys and girls, sitting around. So I complained one day about how the women's restroom was. Like it was so stinky. Like in the bathroom is like on the floor. So it's like if you funk it up, this whole floor, people sitting there trying to do a job, they gonna smell it. So I was just complaining. I was like, fuck that. Like this is the only restroom open. It's dirty. It's nasty. It stinks. Like I ain't going there. I was like, females is nasty. So I was like, I said, do the men's restroom be like that too? And this dude was like, yeah, the men's restroom be nasty too. He was like that. He went to the restroom and there was shit on the wall. Like somebody had like pushed their shit out and it flew like on the back of the wall behind the toilet. And it was just there. And I was like, okay, well, I guess, the men's bathroom will get nasty too.
Oh, that's just nasty. Like, what? How did you miss the toilet? Was it explosive? Like, like how you gonna miss that unless you sit too far back on the toilet and then it just went everywhere? It's like I understand when you gotta go, but you gotta be just wipe it up. You gotta be a nasty MF to do some nasty stuff like that. And then not to pick up your own shit. You think somebody doesn't want to pick their bad boy up? Do you think them janitors and stuff be wanting to pick up their own stuff? I know they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just nasty.
Yeah.
That's
I said, so he said the men's restroom will be nasty too. But let's go ahead and get up off these toilets and let's talk about Mexico.
Okay, so yes.
I'm interested.
So what happened was back on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, Mexico had a disaster. Unfortunately, about over 200 people passed away, and it's counting because they had an earthquake, and it was an earthquake that was unexpected. I don't think the forecast predicted that. Of course, adults and children was affected, and they are like really need some help. And that's when I saw it today. My manager, the one that brought it to my attention, it really just made me feel a certain type of way because it was like I was thinking. I said, we have these hurricanes that's severe. Now we got this earthquake. I hate to bring this up every show, but I really do believe that because of the climate is changing, that we putting a lot of stress on the earth, that we are suffering. The byproduct is these severe storms. Now, of course, if you want to be religious with it, they did say a lot of this stuff will happen towards the end of the world. It's like it's a lot of death going around. A lot of death. A lot of death going around, and it's like I seeing the pictures of it was really devastating because you would see they had like a before and after. They had the before the earthquake hit and how these homes and these buildings was nice and beautiful, the architect of it all, and then next thing you know, how it just wiped them away. And it was like looking at a the hurricane in Houston or the hurricane in Florida, it's like looking at it and it's like, man, did the water hit it? But it was an earthquake, and then there was people that was shooting video during the earthquake. You could see stuff falling and stuff, people screaming and stuff. It was like watching a movie, Miss Riri. It was very surreal, and it's like, again, it makes you just think: are we doing this to ourselves? Not. I'm talking about the way that we treat the earth, the way that we use materials, the way that we keep digging in the earth for oil, and we're not using recyclable goods, or we're not recycling. Period. All these things. Even a lot of the cars we drive. Even though I don't own no electric car, but all the gases and stuff that comes out the car, the fumes. It pollutes the air, and it's like, Mother Earth, maybe she's getting very toxic, getting sick of these things, and she's like throwing up, like she's throwing up all these things. That's my theory. But if you want to play devil's advocate, no, not devil's advocate, but if you want to be a conspiracy theorist, then you can also say, because you can say, well, maybe the government, they have these tools and stuff like that to change the weather. I don't know for sure, but I do know there is a lot of death that's going around us, and it's like it's hitting major states or major countries that you never really hear of. Like everybody travels to where? They travel to Florida. You know what I'm saying? When they have holidays in the summertime and stuff, you always hear about Fort Lauderdale, Miami, things of that sort. Miami's being affected. When somebody talking about they want to travel, they're going to talk about Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico went through a hurricane. When somebody talking about traveling, they talking about Mexico. And it's like, these are the places that people always want to travel to, when they go on vacation. It's like, if you did get a chance to see these areas, good for you. But to be devastated like that, and then, Mexico's already somewhat like a poor country. They trying to get away from Mexico to come over here for a better, better life and stuff, and for them to be affected by it. And then it doesn't make no better than, Trump still pushing his wall and then trying to, take away their rights when they do come over here. It's just, again, it was very heartfelt, and it was very sad, depressing when I saw the footage. It was just like, I don't know what to say about it. But yeah, it happened Tuesday.
Yeah, and I definitely kind of feel like it's the government. I do feel like it's I kind of do. I would believe that theory. If somebody was like, hey, I can prove, it was the government. Okay, like show me, because I kind of feel like it's almost like population control. Like there's so many people in America, everybody knows America has so money, and our financial, issues going on in our country as a whole, that it's almost like it's population control.
It could be. It could be, population control. It could be that. That's a good way a good take on it, because it's only, you can only occupy so much space without it being flooded, And then think about it, you still got Flint. Even though nobody talk about Flint still got bad water. They still doing what they doing in North Dakota and stuff when it comes to the pipeline. There's a lot of things that's going on that the main media is not discussing. We got other things that's distracting us, that's not talking about, that's still going on, and these things is actually killing people. Not even taking away from when we kill ourselves, when we doing stupid stuff and crazy stuff, but we have all these things that plays a part. What is the byproduct? What is the initial goal? Are you trying to do population control? Are you trying to control? Are you trying to say there's too many people? Who are you to play God? Who are you, if it is the government? Who are you to play God? Who are you to say there's too many people? There's too much going on. I remember this. You probably remember this. This happened about 15, 20 years ago, when down here in Texas, they was trying to push a law that if you have a certain amount of babies, they wanted you to go ahead and get fixed. Do you remember that?
I think I do remember that.
Yeah. I don't think it passed or not. I can't remember it. But they was saying, like, after you had your fourth or fifth kid, it was like, they was going to make you get sterile, neutered, the best way you want to put it. And it's like, who are you to say that, you know, if it's a woman's body and it's a man's choice to get her pregnant and she don't need no help, that you want to go ahead and make her, stop having kids. And it just makes you, it really do make you think about some stuff. It makes you think about some stuff. But yeah, Tuesday. And then of course Puerto Rico, they going through, because of the hurricane, pretty much like 75% of their population has been destroyed because of.
Yeah, it's like, even though you could say it's government, you could say it's God too. And God is not pleased with earth. Like, my thing is, it's just like people go to church and play church, but what are you doing to show that you're really changing? Like, let me see your growth. Like, show that you're growing. And a lot of people, they'll stab you in your back, stab you in your eye over a pair of shoes. Like, it's like, it's crazy. The world is a crazy place. Like, you got people trying drugs and doing drugs and eating people's faces. Like, when have we ever heard a man got his face ate by another person? You know what I'm saying? Like, when have you ever heard that? Like, that's nothing that you regularly hear. Like, the devil is real. He runs the streets. And I get emotional because it's like the devil is real. Like, you can feel negative energy. Like, that's what brings about fear. Like, you have to stay motivated. You have to encourage yourself. That's what's most important. To encourage yourself and encourage your family, your friends, your children. Like, encourage them to do better. Pray that they'll learn and do better.
Yeah. I'm a spiritual individual. I'm not religious, but I believe in there is a higher power, and I believe there is good energy and it's negativity, bad energy. And I do believe that what you put into this earth, you shall reap what you sow. Back
karma
to you.
Is real.
Karma and
it's real.
And I believe when you put out good energy come back to you. Now, I will say this much. I don't think that a lot of stuff that we are doing would be pleasing of a higher power. I don't know for sure, but there's a lot of things that we do take for granted. Like people that go out and they get all this stuff done to their face and to their body. Getting these butts injections. Right now is the season for the big fat butt. Back in the 80s and 90s, if you had a big butt, you was fat. So everybody was trying to lose weight back then, not eating right and stuff like that. Now people's up here killing themselves trying to get silicone stuck in their butt and stuff. And it's like, the way that God made you, he made you perfect. So you have some type of imperfections in your brain or your thought, self-esteem. But God made you a certain type of way. That's why when I hear stories about people passing away, now God forbid, I'm not making fun of anybody or anything like that, and I'm not saying that somebody lost their life that was right, but I really don't feel as sorry for them as someone else who went through another particular type of surgery, especially when you put that on you. When you decide to go to someone's basement and get something that you don't know what they putting up in you, and then it's causing you to have these type of as a byproduct, get you killed or get you really sick. And then just not even that, people just do so much to themselves, without even thinking of the consequences. They're not thinking about the after effect. They're thinking about the here and now. Again, I'm not saying that. Not trying to put any religion into it, but I do feel like that we are doing things that is not healthy of us, and that that the higher power do not want us to do. Like I love meat. Girl. I love me my Philly cheesesteaks, but something down inside of me tells me I shouldn't be eating meat. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm addicted to it. I try my best, but I love it. I love Philly cheesesteaks. But it's funny though. Sometimes when I eat meat, I feel guilty. I don't know why, but I do. It's like this was a living person at one time. Well, not a person, but a living animal. And and of course that's your way of getting protein. But there's other ways of getting your protein. It's like maybe, just maybe, God didn't want us to do that. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? That's natural stuff that comes from the earth that he wants us to put in our body. Again, I am guilty of it as well. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it or not, but I'm just saying that I have my own demons that I work with because I love food. But sometimes I do feel guilty by doing that. Putting things in my body that I know that I probably shouldn't be doing. That's my 2 cents.
One period, Morgan had went through that phase. And she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat meat. Y'all can eat meat." But then she started eating meat with us again. Like she just get like a little portion, but she don't like to eat meat.
Yeah, meat is hard. I mean, once they get you started on meat, I don't knock nobody who's able to walk away from it cold blooded. But once you get hooked to that meat, man, it's like a drug because it's it's enlightening. and not trying to be a historical buff or anything like that, but people of color, being, if your history, people of color did not initially eat meat. We ate off of fruits and berries, things of the earth. People of color, other, I would like to say people who's non-color, they are known for eating meat and stuff. So I don't want to get into that conversation. I don't want to even, but I do think that a lot of stuff that we do, we cause on ourselves. Just like all this stuff that we be making. I love technology, I do, but some of the stuff that we making, that we doing a mass production of, we don't need a brand new Lexus every year. We steady pushing out all these cars and everybody's not purchasing them. So these materials that is being made is causing the issue on the earth. You know what I'm saying? You putting wear and tear onto it. It's like I said, there's a lot of different things that we do that subconsciously that we not even, I don't think we even aware of that we doing that's not right. But I really do think that if you want to look at it, maybe God is not pleased with us, Rere. Maybe this is, maybe, he is trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to tell us something. Maybe he's trying to tell us, we need to get our life right. She's probably even telling us this. Look, y'all done put Trump in office. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go ahead and punish y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know. What you got? You got anything you want to say, Rere?
I ain't really been on the internet. Like I haven't. I take to work, and I'm big. And it's like I have so much going on in my personal that I don't have time to entertain anything outside of my home and my family.
That's a good thing.
So I've been paying attention, or I get on social media here and there and look, get out. A lot of things that I really look at on Facebook be like my memories. And I'd be like, dang, yeah, I remember like some model. I remember I said I wanted to be on the cover of the magazine. I ended up on the cover of the magazine. So I've done some pretty interesting things. I need to motivate myself to get back out there and do stuff that I like to do. Like I like doing the radio personality. Right now it can't pay the bills, but in the future, who's to say that it won't be paying my bills? So I can focus more on things that I want to do in life.
And you know what? It's funny that you said that. Did you know that our body of work that we did, because June the 13th is gonna make a 2-year anniversary for us. But do you know that we at least put out over 150 videos?
Oh wow!
We done did a lot. We did a hell of a lot of body of work. And then the ratings are steady growing. I don't know if you saw that email. Did you see that email I sent you?
I saw the one, the last one.
Yes, and I want to thank everybody for listening, tuning in. Even if you catch the reruns of the show or you just listen to the radio during the day or at night, because a lot of our listeners is at nighttime. Uh, we want to thank you for supporting us. Yes, we are a community radio station. We're not trying to compete with anyone. We're not trying to take anyone's shine. We just want to get our little 2 cents or our 15 cents, 15 minutes of fame. But we are growing, and you know what? When I see these numbers now, it lets me know that what we're doing is not in vain. Like, even when people start liking our stuff and they sharing it, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're not doing it in vain, and it's enlightening when someone tells me, you know, I listened to your show last night, or I caught a repeat of it, you know, or this and that, and again, we have, for us to be doing this, you know, and we got the same team. Shout out to Church Boy, DJ Be Easy, you know, cause you was there from day one, you know, day one, you know. We, you know, it's a blessing, you know, it is a big blessing. It really is, you know, it really is. And I just want to say thank you, because without y'all and also the fans that we do have, we wouldn't have, you know, this is something that we love to do. This is something that we striving to do, you know. You know, it's a blessing.
It is. It's been a blessing, and we have awesome listeners and awesome people that, you know, come in on social media, continue to lift us up, you know, encourage us to keep going.
Yeah, you know, cause it takes a lot of guts to do what we do. You know, I remember at one time I did not want to get on the radio at all. I still don't, but
I can bring it out of her.
Yeah, I have to say, Miss Rere bring it out of me. She brings it out of me, you know. But I wanted to be completely behind the scenes and stuff like that, and just, you know, doing that. But it takes a lot of guts for anything that you do. When there's an actor, or actress, a singer, a rapper, whatever you do, when you get out there and you put yourself out there in the media, you put yourself out there in the public, you got to understand it takes a lot of guts. So when people criticize or when they saying certain things, unless you going out there doing yourselves, you don't know the trials and tribulations that it takes for that person, their inner thoughts, for them to come out and do what they do. You know, to be criticized, they putting themselves out there on the limelight because they feel like they have a spark. You know, so again, you know, I want to just thank everybody, especially you, Miss Rere, like I said, because from day one you've been down, you know, and it takes a family, you know. This is more than just a radio station. I look like it's my family. So I know when we was on hiatus for those months, I will go back and look at those videos that we shot and stuff, and it's like, you know, we did a whole lot of body of work. We done had some fun times, you know, watching, you know, you and Church Boy laughing and stuff, and Brandon doing his thing, you know. It was a good atmosphere. It was it's family, you know, oriented, you know. Oh yeah, now shout out to Brandon's wife today. Today is her birthday. But it was, you know, it again, it takes a lot of guts, and like I said, I want to just thank everybody because it's a lot. And even if you're out there doing hair, you're doing eyelashes, or you doing makeup, whatever you do, you to put yourself out there, do your thing, you know. Oh, that reminds me too. I'm gonna give a shout out on the air for some ads, and this is for you too, Miss Rere. If y'all need some bows, you know, bows by Mama. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. They handmade bows. When I tell you she can make anything that you want, it's some nice bows. Check her out, Miss Rere. You need some bows for that baby, that gorgeous chubby cheek baby. Check her out, bows by Mommy. Also, all crafts, all things craft, things something like that. Check them out too. They're pretty good as well.
You said bows by Mama?
Bows by Mommy. BOWSBYMOMMI. Yeah, she
things,
got some
or
beautiful
people
bows,
like
girl.
cool girls?
Beautiful bows, beautiful bows. I was gonna have to snag some and bring some for Kelly. I ain't seen baby in a while. Well, you know what? We are coming up on the top of the hour. If you're listening, you know you're listening to Tell 'em Thursdays with Miss Rere, absent church boy, DJ B, Easy, Miss Remixx. You know, again we give you the gossip, everything that you need to hear, news, laughter, music, and all. You know, like I always say, you know, make sure you tell a friend, a family member, a co-worker. You know, share, share, share. Is there anything you wanna say, Miss Riri?
I'm I'm laughing at Morgan. I cannot. I cannot keep a straight face. Like the baby had woke up, so I had to run to get her really quick. I guess she wanted to be a part of the radio today.
Hey.
I had to run to get her, and Morgan making faces, and it threw me out. But I always want to end the show on a good note. You know, give them a little nugget to keep going, keep moving. Um, True story. When I was in high school, probably about the end of my junior year, I got pregnant, had a baby. They said that shut up, Morgan talking about who? I got pregnant in high school, had a baby. And, you know, people told me, oh, you can't do nothing with no baby. You're not going to be nothing. You know, everybody was just so anti having a baby because I was still a baby. But here I am, 15 years later, and now my daughter is in high school. So not only did I conquer, I exceeded my expectations.
That's a blessing right there. That is a blessing. And that lets you know too that you could do anything in life. Don't let no circumstance or situation hinder you or think that you're not able to overcome any obstacles, because if you put God first and you know and you make sure that you know you have a will that's a way, you could conquer anything in life. And that is actually a story that everyone needs to know. You can still conquer anything in life and be anything in life, and still have your awards in life.
And one thing my auntie always says to me, she always be like, you know, we didn't want you to have a baby in high school, but we didn't know the plan that the Lord had for your life. He had already worked it out while we was trying to figure it out.
There you go. I like that. I like that saying. I like that saying. Well, you know, well, we're going to go
So
ahead.
y'all keep going, keep moving, stay motivated. Say fuck your haters. Like, I had to say fuck my haters this week. And I generally don't post pictures with my middle fingers up. However, I posted a profile picture with my middle finger up because I'm like, fuck these hating ass people. I'm going to keep going, keep moving, do what's best for my family. Because people will try to tear your ass down. Do you hear me? People be waiting on your downfall. That's what's so crazy. Oh, you expected me to fail? Oh. People was telling me, I didn't even know if you was coming back to work. What kind of maternity leave was you on? I was gone for 3 months. And I've been back for about 2 weeks. This is my 3rd week back at work. And my supervisor tells me today, he was like, thank you. And I was like, for what? And he was like, for coming back. He's like, you're a good agent. We need more agents like you. Everything you do is on point. You're focused. I was like, yep. He was like, I already know I can always count on you. So that was big of him, because most supervisors don't try to give you your props.
That is true. That's absolutely true. And on that note, I want everyone to have a good night. And remember, tell a friend, tell a co-worker, tell a family member about Tell 'em Thursdays. It's every Thursday at 7 p.m. Of course, we hope everybody listens tonight.
Hello, Thursday.
And y'all stay blessed, and we see you next Thursday.
You should be getting it, getting money. I'm talking about you black, don't laugh, it ain't funny. You should get a good lawyer like Johnny Cochran. Swear to tell the truth, hell no, I didn't pop and get your kids in school so they can get an education, get a degree, and take a vacation. You see, I got all my game from the streets of California. Young millionaire with no high school diploma. Living real good, taking care of my folks. Roll up a fat one for the players to smoke. Short dog in the house. I know you ain't tripping, cause life is too short. You gotta get in where you fit and stop looking for what you never seem to find. It ain't what you think, you gotta read between the lines. Cause life ain't long for a young black man trying to make money, doing all he can, selling dope. Don't you hope he would go to class? But the boy makes money and he makes it fast. With the 20s on top and the 50s on bottom. A flock of top notches, oh yes, we got them. It's been a long time since I first got down, but I still keep making these funky sounds. Get your money, man. Get yours.